Thanks so much for joining us here. We're going to be starting a new section in the text tonight. This is kind of exciting. We haven't started a new text section for a while. This is actually going to be the beginning of chapter 17, and we're going to be talking about, how about this, holy relationships. Now, the last chapter, we've been talking about special relationships, and that's important. You know, the Course always would really say, in reality, there is only our oneness with each other and our oneness with God. Holy relationships are the best example of that within this world because it's a desire to join instead of separate. But if we don't look at what we do in our special relationships, it's kind of hard for us to know how to allow them to be transformed. So we look at the areas of our lives, just like the Course says. You know, we don't have to create love that's already been given us, but we do need to look at all the blocks and barriers we've built up against love's presence. So we look at the challenging relationships and begin to see them as wonderful learning opportunities. Sometimes when we're in the midst of these wonderful learning opportunities, they don't necessarily appear to be wonderful learning opportunities. But when we look at them, if you notice, in retrospect in your life, when you've looked at those things that you've gone through, in many cases you can begin to see some wonderful growth steps. And that's kind of important for us. But the other thing that the Course offers us, which I think is so beautiful, is always reminding us of who and what we really are. And that is, we are God's child, eternal child, in whom He's well pleased. That has never stopped or changed. It has not changed by any of the relationships you've been a part of, whether they've been good or bad. It has not changed by any of the things that you have said or done. That is the eternal truth. And the thing to help us remember, if that is the eternal truth for us, then that is the eternal truth for everyone else who walks this world with us. And to me, that's what helps us move from these ideas of special relationships, whether they be special hate or special love or, relationships, or whether they be relationships that are moving in a productive way towards a holy relationship. There are all these wonderful opportunities for us to, again, really meet ourselves. You know, just like what the magazine that we publish here at Miracle Distribution Center is entitled, The Holy Encounter, that's exactly what all of these relationships and experiences we encounter are. They are holy encounters, where we see them as we see ourselves. We think of them as we think of ourselves, and we treat them as we would want to treat ourselves, because in them we find ourselves or we lose ourselves.